Okay, starting with the New Zealand pairs, first thing to say is that at 10 p.m. tonight, London time, there is Reserve Bank of New Zealand rates and statement. So that will influence this market and Euro New Zealand and Aussie New Zealand. We had a breakout here so far. I'm looking at it as it was choppy into this move. So I'm looking at it as a leading diagonal more like, and I think it favors a move higher as on the 4-hour we appear to be breaking the downtrend. And although it has not reached the bottom of the price gap, it is now moving up. So I'm looking at this to extend on any retracement probably into later tonight. So just a few hours from now. Aussie New Zealand has been moving down in a channel, and it's only made 3 waves here so far, so I'm suspicious of another move up. There's no evidence for that yet, aside from some divergence on the 1-hour. So, yeah, there's not much more to say about this. It is still open to a number of things. I mean, overall, it remains bearish from the high. And I still favor a break of trend overall, a break of trend line, I should say this one. But the stage right now is open to a move higher from this position, or even from a position lower too if it remains a 3-wave move. Okay, Euro Canadian, I got the bounce I was talking about last night. It's been a good move so far. And I am viewing this here as 5 waves. So I'm looking at the up move here so far as a correction of this. So I'll be following this to see if there's a sell opportunity for a bearish move overall, which is what I'm favoring right now overall. And Aussie Canadian on the 4-hour, this has moved up too. So whether you count this as one of wave 3 or as wave 5 overall for this entire segment, it is corrective at the moment. And I have a channeling so far, but it hasn't been confirmed as such, but is what I'm looking at. I am looking at a move higher towards 134 overall. There's some Canadian news Thursday and Friday, so that will influence this market. And we'll see if we get a turn towards 134, perhaps, if it does break this channel overall, or even move up in another gyration. Okay, the yen pairs are open to a further move higher still. My view hasn't changed on US dollar yen. I like the idea towards 113. And euro yen, I also give the benefit to the bulls here if they can hold this. We had what I'm viewing as a 3-wave move up here. I'll do this again to make it clear. 3 waves up, 3 waves down. So I'm favoring the move up at the time being overall, but I think judging how, to me, it appears corrective, we may end up seeing this turnaround and move back down from a higher level, preferably, if it does that at all. But I'm favoring the upside still in both of these yen pairs. And euro US dollar appears to be breaking this trend line, which tried to sell off earlier today on the 1-hour, but it appears to be breaking through now. My view on this hasn't changed overall. I am still looking lower for a larger correction still, but judging from the high, yeah, I'm still looking lower in this pair overall. Okay, anything else? Just a second. Okay, I'll leave it there. So in a few hours, New Zealand news, which will influence these markets, looks like a breakout on Euro New Zealand. And US Canadian, Euro Canadian, I'm putting them both in a corrective phase here. The move down in US dollar Canadian has been good, and I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible in terms of three waves, because if the weekly bearish divergence on this, it's kicked in here, and as such, bearish divergence, as such, it should find a, how can I put it? It should not take much for this market to fall further. Some type of news or something. Like, for example, I will go over this for anyone who didn't see the earlier videos. This was a great trade from 145 in Euro New Zealand. We had the bullish divergence here against price and stocks. And what happened is after the first couple swings, I think I called a 5 up into here, and we had about 3 to 4 weeks of corrections before that French presidential move up. And I'm essentially expecting an identical or near identical thing to happen in US Canadian, however, to the downside, of course, because this is bearish. I mean, so far we've had a bearish sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks down. So it won't be unusual to get possibly 2 to 3 or even 4 weeks, maybe just 1 or 2, but I'm just saying, as a sideways move, and then the fall will come. So even if it's 2 weeks of sideways, I am looking for this to turn over quite soon for a bigger move. Who knows how it'll work out, but like that maybe. Maybe even a break of trend here, back up towards here, but basically the key point, all three wave corrections are sells in this for now. So any three wave correction is to go down. Okay, bye-bye.